These people, they want introduction.
What do you mean they want introduction?
This is introduction. He needs introduction for sure. You know, he needs to be able to talk to people.
Well, that is
people
stupid.
need to be able to witness
It's not
it.
like this is very important high-budget film. It is like this is simple person talking to person. I don't understand what they...
They need to be able to find him and see him and be, oh, that is him, that is guy, you know? That is guy.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't
Yes.
understand what... No, I understand that he's trying to get point across and he wants people to watch, but I'm not understanding, like, why he's doing it in such a weird way, you know?
Yes, I see you understand that, you tell me.
So what I'm saying is, I don't understand why he needs to do it in such complex way instead of just being able to talk to people, you know?
Yes, he's going to, nobody's going to watch this shit. This is bullshit.
Just communicate
honestly.
with populace in normal, typical way instead of being freak of nature like he is, yes. Anyways, without further ado, I introduce the retard behind the camera right now.
Yes, he is
Okay.
retard. He's not very bright. He's not bright at all. You just listen, you wait and you listen and you realize he's not very bright. at all.
Comments operate. Who gives a fuck? Nobody's going to watch this anyway.
He's going to disappoint you.
So with that out of the way, I'm actually going to talk about something notably serious. I know it was fun and games for that first part, and I kind of seem like a bit of a retard right now, and I agree. I really do agree. I can level with you guys there. I can kind of be retarded at times. I consider myself an intelligent human being, but to be fair, that was pretty fucking retarded. That was pretty fucking stupid, you know? Like, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with the facts. No, but seriously, on like an actual legitimate, real note, what is happening? What is happening? What is this? What is this? And what are we letting happen? Oh gosh, I don't know. I look around at the world today, and see, gosh, it's so beautiful. Maybe that's because I live in like the best place on the planet. Literally, you know, perfect weather all the time, and sandy beaches, and good, okay people. There's people. A shitload of people. Okay, it's not the best place in the world. It's best environment, worst people on the planet. But I look around and I see all this beautiful scenery, and I'm like, how are we fucking this up? Like, where are we going wrong, you know? What are we doing to screw up the best chance that we've ever had at a free society? And how are we doing it so incredibly quickly? I mean, I'll be honest, it's June 29th. That's March, April, May, June. The crash happened in mid-March. It's been 3.5 months since the biggest stock drop, I think, in U.S. history, and then the biggest rally U.S. history. It's like, we're taking this incredibly valuable thing that we've built, not even that we've built, that our ancestors have built, and we're just like shoving it through a meat grinder and watching what kind of sausage comes out the other end. And we don't even like sausage, you know? We hate it. We actually want like a steak, but we just keep grinding it up. Instead of taking it off and searing that beautiful meat up, we just keep grinding it up. Just grinding. And eventually we're left with a bunch of sausages that we don't fucking want and we can't sell because nobody likes sausages when they're dead, you know? I know, convoluted analogy or skewed simile, but I feel like I'm getting my point across. No, but seriously, I feel like my generation really needs to step up and do something about this. Even kids, like young kids nowadays, who are spending all their time watching like fucking TikToks and Fortnite videos and all that bullshit, need to wake up and realize, if they don't do something, if they don't act, if they don't think, if they don't develop themselves, in the future, there's going to be nothing left to develop because the morons of probably the 60s and 70s are destroying this country. They're fucking shredding it. Stimulus bill after stimulus bill. You know, fucking quarantine zone after quarantine zone, there's going to be a weird cut there. I know there is. I know I'm not going to be satisfied with it because I paused for a long time. Maybe I'll just leave it in, and then this whole part will be redundant, and then I will have wasted about half a minute of your life. But, I mean, to be fair, you were just going to, jack off with it anyways, so suck it up. It's like quarantine zone after quarantine zone. LA's been locked down for 3 months. LA! Los Angeles! That means no good films are gonna come out, no good fashion, no good nothing. I don't even like fashion, so I'm kind of happy about that point, but there's a lot of food joints in LA I like. LA should reopen just for my selfish interest, though, you know? Because I want that food. I want that sweet, delectable pizza that you can only get at one spot that I know of, and nobody else. I'm probably destroying their business by not telling anybody else. Oh, capitalism. Oh, yeah. And then you add all this, Black Lives Matter and what did they change? QBTC or whatever the fuck it is? Queer, bisexual, transgender, and something else. The fucking people who can't make up their mind, or can make up their mind, and are just siding with a movement of people who don't know how to make up their mind and don't know what they're working towards. It's like we're meshing together all these systems that directly oppose each other for the sake of social justice and social reform, but none of them work. It's like we're just snipping off pieces to build puzzles instead of actually finding where they fit. And the issue with that is sometimes you snip off a piece and it matches directly with the piece that goes over here. And if you just keep cutting pieces, you're gonna end up with a puzzle eventually, not a puzzle that's supposed to be the size it was, a puzzle, but it's not going to look like what it's intended to look like. It's not going to work how it's supposed to be, or it's designed to work. I'm not saying by any means that the ancestors of way back are our founding father. Oh god, that apple and muffin really upsetting. Well, our founding fathers had it perfectly, because I don't. I mean, they missed a lot of fucking things, like slavery. That was kind of fucked up. I can admit that. See? Not, I don't admit it in a way that says, oh, I'm white, so I have to feel like this group of people was oppressed for so long and that they deserve something for it. Because I don't, honestly. A lot of those people were sold into slavery by their own countrymen, their own continental men. Familiar faces, worn out faces. They were sold into slavery by their own people, right? The people who had not their own people who had captured them during a war or something, were like, hey, we can just dime these people off to these people who are going to settle in these other places, slaves, and they'll be fine. Now this is something that happened throughout history. It's not like it just happened with African Americans. It happened with basically every nomadic tribe in the world, I'd imagine. Anyone that went to war usually took prisoners, and they usually turned into slaves. The Greeks, the Romans, the Mongols, not Khans. And then they weren't slaves, they were indentured servants like the fucking Irish. You know, it's ridiculous. It's just, fuck. It's blatantly ridiculous what we're doing to this place, how we're treating it. I will admit that as a spokesman or a potential spokesman for this, my generation fucked. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. I'm not in the mood to just take this line down, you know? I'm not in the mood to just sit here and let people walk over me. I'm kind of fucking livid. Actually pissed is the word I'd use. I am extremely pissed that the people within my generation are just letting people trample over them, walk all up on their bodies and step up on their faces and mouths and shit and beat their teeth and for no fucking reason, no matter what. I think we need, as young people of my generation, people of the 18 to 24 range, 18 to 22 range. That's what I'd consider my generation. I'm 20. I'd say, fuck, 20, 2 decades. God damn, fuck. Oh shit, fuck. I was a kid just 10 years ago. Fuck. Anyways, 18 to 20, and 18 to 20. Anyways. My generation, 18 to 22, we need to kind of come together and say, we're the largest force in the US right now. We have the most people because people in the past couldn't help but fuck each other all the time for no reason. We have to adapt to this system. A lot of us are coming from divorced families, have tragic histories. I'm going to propose something that I don't think a lot of people will side with or a lot of people will back me up on. I think people need to delve deep into themselves. No matter what their parents taught them, no matter what their teachers taught them, no matter what history books or their philosophy lessons teach them, they need to they need to delve into themselves, and they need to figure out who they are, what they want, and why they want it. And then, once they have those ideas solidified and thoroughly thought out, we need to develop a legitimate conversation, a legitimate debate on where we're going to take this future, because it is our responsibility. The future is our responsibility. It's the people running corporate America right now are morons. The people running gangs are morons. The people running government are morons. Because they don't think. They don't think things through. You've got to think things through. Even if you hate what I'm saying, even if you hate me, even if you're part of the Black Lives Matter movement and you believe white people should be shot or lynched for years of slavery and oppression, you've got to know why you believe those things. And you've got to be able to support those things legitimately. Not with force, but with actual ideas and solidified ideals. Because if you can't, what are you supporting? And where are you going with your thought process? What kind of world is going to come out of what you're doing? You're going to take one side of an equation and basically just flip it over on its head. And then you're going to get a lot of white oppressed people, and those people are going to get really pissed and revolt, and then it's going to flip this way, and then that way, and then that way. And each time you do, the amount of people left on the planet is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it's like one white dude, and a black dude, and a Chinese dude, and a Mexican dude, and an Indian dude, and a fucking striped purple zebra dude, and just sitting there yelling at each other for being different. For having different views and ideas, yelling and beating the shit out of each other. Beating the royal fuck out of each other. And I bet one guy in that whole fucking situation is gonna be the purple stripe guy. I fucking know it is. Because he understands what it's like to have people be biased against it. He understands it. He's years of being purple and shit, and he's gonna know. It's gonna delve deep within his soul. He's gonna be like, hey, brothers, this is wrong. This isn't what we need to do. It's not who we are as people. And everybody else is gonna be like, yeah, you're right. And they're gonna build one last community before they all die, because there's gonna be no women left on the planet because they're all raped and murdered. And that's gonna be the end of humanity. That's where your ideas are taking you. Seriously though, let's step back. Let's analyze what we're doing, and let's just think. Just think. If not for you, then for the sake of humanity, just think for once in your goddamn life, please. Please. Because the more we think, the less we have to deal with this bullshit, and the less you have to hear from me. Otherwise, I'm gonna get my shit everywhere, and everyone's gonna hear it, because you guys are pissing me the fuck off. Okay? I can't stand it anymore. I can't. I really can't. I can't do it. Just stop. Oh, okay. Well, enough of my fucking rambling. If you don't look at fucking words, if you don't like what I'm saying, go fuck yourself. Don't actually. I mean, if you don't like what I'm saying, please post a comment down below and give me some feedback. Like, propose questions that I can answer and conversations that we can have. So we can get working on something. So we can start establishing a conversation and getting to know each other in a deeper fashion where we can actually build a civilization around it. Otherwise, I'm all for anarchy, you know? I'm all for just being able to walk outside my house and shoot anybody at that point. I could not give a shit less. If we're not gonna build a structure, let's destroy it. Because no structure is better than a false structure. Alrighty. Thanks, leave a like, subscribe, do the comment thing that I told you before, and after all that, if you still aren't satisfied with how I'm acting or what I'm doing, go blow your dad.
Oh!